second week of May, and those noxious weeds are poking their ugly heads across the state. And the noxious weed we're going to talk about is leafy spurge today. What I want to discuss though really on leafy spurge is the identification, because there are several other plants that also produce a yellow-like flower that could be easily confused with leafy spurge. So the three we're going to look at today, and starting off with, is bitter winter cress. This is a winter annual, so that means it germinated August, September, October of last year. It overwinters as a rosette, and in March it started to grow fairly quickly. So this is going to be a bunch type plant with these beautiful yellow flowers associated with it. The plant's going to get between 1 to 2 feet in height. It is in the mustard family. It doesn't cause any major issues in our pastures or landscapes. The next one is very closely related to it, and it's called yellow's rocket. Once again, it's a winter annual, which means it germinated last fall, and now we're seeing these tall yellow bloom spikes coming out of it. The trick with yellow's rocket, if we take a closer look, it typically has a very spiny stem associated with it, so you can see those little spines. And the last one that we're going to look at, this is field mustard, a very common winter annual. It also germinates in the spring. It can be used as a cover crop, but if we don't harvest it early enough and the seeds are able to fall onto the ground, it can become a weed. Once again, it's going to be taller. It has a more broader leaf associated with it compared to leafy spurge. Now, let's look at leafy spurge. We're going to look at the leaves. They're fairly small. They're very closely interlocked along that stem. They're more cylinder in shape. And then looking at that flower, keep in mind with leafy spurge, it's not a true flower. What we're seeing yellow is actually the brackets. It's actually the leaf, and that inside with those little BBs in there, that's actually the flower. So stopping and taking a look at what is that flower shape in the leaf shape is going to be critical in identifying leafy spurge versus those three other very common yellow weeds or native plants that we see in Nebraska.